Hey guys, my name is Amy Beard and today I'm going to be telling you my speech on the most favorite place that I have been up to date. Traveling is a great way to see new places and to meet new people. And there are over 100 places that we can go to travel. Have you ever wanted to go somewhere other than the beach or even to Gatlinburg? It seems that us living here in the South, them are usually the two places that we tend to go the most. So I'd never been anywhere other than them two places. But my most favorite vacation by far to date was Colorado. So I'm going to give you a little bit, some information about Colorado. And as I'm doing it, I'm going to show you the slideshow of just the different places that we have been. So our first was Estes Park. You could spend your entire vacation in Estes Park. They have so many things to do. But with a week, we had to split up the things that we did. But in Estes Park, you have the Rocky Mountain National Park with all kinds of wildlife. And when we went, it was last August, and it snowed, believe it or not, a huge snowstorm. But not only could you go through the park and spend the whole day just to see that, you can go downtown. They have quaint little shops for little gifts and for candy, and they also have a lot of good restaurants that you can stay at. One of the main things that we did, other than both of them things, we did get to go horseback riding up in the mountains while it was snowing, so it was really, it was really beautiful. But after that, our next place to visit was Royal Gorge. It's throughout here, but on Royal Gorge, it is a canyon on the Arkansas River. Colorado.com says it's one of the most popular attractions in Colorado. It is a 1,200 foot deep gorge that is 10 miles long, and it was carved millions of years ago by the Arkansas River. We visited the Royal Gorge Bridge, which was amazing, and there was a snowstorm the day that we did that. But it is also one of the world's highest suspension bridges. I can't forget the Royal Gorge Route Railroad. We did that afterwards. When you're on the bridge, you can look down into the gorge, which was beautiful in itself. But when you're down on the ground, you go to the railroad, and it has a train, and it runs along the base of the canyon. And in the train, it had little carts, little different places, and you could purchase your lunch or purchase your dinner. You could purchase drinks, and you could even go outside to see as the train was going, and they would tell you the different things that you were going to get to see. So our last stop was to Pikes Peak, and if you are a hiker, that is the place that you need to go. You just have to make sure that you are ready to do a lot of walking. So coloradosprings.gov tells us that it is the highest summit of the Rocky Mountains in North America. Elevation is 14,1115. And let me tell you, you need some oxygen when you get to the top. We actually drove it. I want to say it's 13.5 miles to get up there. But in the middle, they have a little pull off, and you can get out and you can hike before you ever get to the top. And so you'll see along here that there was a lot of pictures that you could see the beautiful, beautiful outlook that it had on there. It was by far the prettiest landscapes that you could see. So actually, it was the very mountain that inspired the song America the Beautiful. So isn't that something? It's always something, you learn something while you're there. As we were there at the top coming down, we actually met a couple of hikers who 3 days previous, their kids had dropped them off, and they had 3 days took them to hike all the way to the top. So they were tired, so they were looking for a ride back down, and of course we gave it to them. And it's always good to see how other people live in the cultures. So we had a good chat with them as we were going down the mountain. But in conclusion, our trip was probably not nearly long enough, so we will be making another trip to Colorado. But it was amazing to meet the different people in all the 3 places that we stopped, to see how everyone lived, and everyone was so friendly there. It kind of seemed like they their lifestyle was more relaxed. It wasn't kind of like, I mean, they took things serious and they had their jobs, but they took the time to really go and look at the places, the wildlife, the mountains. It was something I had never ever seen in my life. So it was really, really beautiful. So if you ever get a chance to travel to see there, please go to Colorado, because it so far has been the best vacation of my life. So I hope it gave you just a little bit, if you could have seen my little pictures of how beautiful that it really was. I hope it helps, and I hope you like my video. Thanks.